Hey, we're live. It's been a month. I've been sick. Things have happened. I'm not exactly completely well either right now. So if I cough a lot, I apologize to everyone whose ears get blown out. Um, yeah, apologize. Sure. Cyberpunk Red, our CHOOM saga continues tonight with our full cast here. So that's good. And since it's been a while, let's go ahead and have introductions. Kim, who you playing?
I am playing Tetra the Fixer.
Richard.
Hi, I'm Richard, and I am playing Laszlo Falcon Sane, the medtech and what's the other one called? Charismatic? No.
Rockabilly, Rockstar.
Rockaboy, yeah.
Yeah. And are you and Steven's character actually related?
Yes.
Felt like yes. Yeah.
Cousins, I
that's
believe.
right. Cousins.
So they claim. I don't know if there's documentation.
Yeah, there's that.
It's distant cousins, same, but we also did grow up together.
Yeah. Everybody out of that country are called cousins to one another. That's just how it is.
Well, it was an analogy, but still.
That country is America, you understand?
Yeah.
Alabama,
Yeah. Steven.
Hi, I'm Steven. I've also been unwell. If I cough a lot, I'm going to blame it on Bert because I'm not on camera. But I am playing the solo named Pinball. He bounces around, he's a gamer guy, and he lives his life as such, like he's a live-action RPG.
Yeah, tries to score points in everything he does. It's the only way to live.
Meshes very well with the cyberpunk ethos.
Yeah, there you go. Just don't try to speed run everything. That gets messy.
What are you talking about? Die and leave a beautiful young corpse.
Kelly, who you got?
Hello, I'm playing Marius, the occasional netrunner who thinks he's learned everything he needs to know about dentistry using a pair of pliers.
Yeah. Aspiring martial artist and business entrepreneur as well.
I've kind of left the martial arts aside, though it didn't go so well for me before.
Yeah. But the entrepreneur part, like you're actually somehow at the top of the org chart for this fly-by-night dentist office.
I didn't even have to pay anyone for it. It's awesome.
You lack any actual dental staff just yet, but one really just gung-ho secretary that's still on the payroll somehow.
I have a pair of pliers. What do I need a dentist for? They just cost a lot of money.
Well, there's that. But you will attract a certain clientele, I'm sure. Jameis, who you got?
I'm playing Elena Royclan. She is a tech nomad. Yeah, nearly parity, getting there, but not quite yet.
Okay. Well, we'll start off in the morning here. As Tetra, you got a phone call from one of your better contacts, and they have a proposition for you worth quite a bit of money if you can convince your newfound crew to go in on it. Teresa and Fanta Sinate. They're genre-busting Addiswood directors. They have 16 blockbuster flicks to their credit. You know that Pinball is a fan of several of those that have parts 1, 2, and 3 and have the words blood, massacre, and bullets in the titles of all of them. Yeah.
Oh, that kind, yeah.
Well,
yes,
they sent
Bullets series. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Very popular.
They sent a scout to Night City, and their next film is going to be based here. They have a reputation of using extras from the city, town, or wherever they're filming location. They like to use local talent. They also like to use local buildings instead of having to build new structures. Anyway, they have the High Court Plaza Hotel, one of the best, shiniest hotels in Night City, is going to be the primary shooting location. Apparently, they have bought out the entire hotel for a couple of weeks of shooting. But as a kind of a side shooting place, they wanted like a down-and-out coffin motel or hotel that has slumlord owners and an oppressed community that lives within that they can film as like a juxtaposition. Anyway, yours, while it fits that bill, is in a safer neighborhood for the shooting. And the building, since you guys just spent a bunch of money getting a bunch of things upgraded, actually looks quite nice for film. So, in films, a down and out building doesn't actually look all that bad. Yeah, that's kind of what your building is. So Tetra,
Plus it has amenities.
you were asked to see if you could perhaps procure for a couple of weeks the building as the place to shoot. None of your residents would have to leave. As a matter of fact, most of your residents will be invited to come out for a casting and might be given parts in this as well. Non-speaking parts, of course, but just to add a little color to the background. So you wouldn't even have to lose the business of having tenants. So you're that shot out to you. If you can get them to agree, there is a place downtown where they're going to do the casting calls, and they'd love for you guys to come down and look at some contracts. See if you can come to an understanding of how much it would cost to rent your building for a couple of weeks and do filming there. So there you go, Tetra. You are armed with this as your morning sun breaks over the streets, and already there's the chirping sound of small munitions fire and garbage being burned in streets nearby.
So is there a chance for anyone in the team to actually be in the movie, since
Yes.
there's a fandom, I guess, going on in our group?
Yeah, well, at least one pinball
Yeah.
for sure is a big fan of some of their movies.
Okay. I really don't think it'd be that hard. So I guess I
All
just...
Can you get me producer credits?
What are you
We'll just
talking
say-
about?
Everyone is there this morning. This will be shortly after your last night market. So fallout from that still hasn't been dealt with, really. But here we go. Let's take it up from there.
Okay, what's it called? Did they say what the movie's called, or does
No,
have
they
a
need to
title
keep
yet?
it hush hush. And actually,
Oh,
one of the
okay.
reasons they went through a fixer like you is because they don't want press to get wind of it yet. They're kind of flying in low key into Night City, and they'll be at some undisclosed location where they're going to be scouting out talent. But they're trying to keep as much of the details as quiet as possible until the filming starts.
Okay. All right, so we're all, I guess, in the same place.
It's at the Coffin Motel. We'll pick the scene
Mhm.
up with you standing outside of the doors.
All right, everybody, gather around. We have big business to talk about regarding the night market that just happened last night. And this is when Tetra enters.
Yeah, that's good, because I don't even remember much about the night market, but
I don't either, and that's why we're not picking up with
we're just gonna pretend that hasn't happened.
I remember it perfectly, despite Pinball not being there.
Oh no, you be quiet. It looks like Tetra has something to interrupt us with instead.
He's already ahead of me, but anyway. Well, I got a call this morning. They are wanting to shoot a movie at the Coffin Hotel.
What? That's ridiculous. Anyway, about the topic.
I mean, there's money involved, so I wasn't gonna argue with them.
Wait. You said there's money involved. That
Yeah,
changes things.
yeah, it was one of those, guns and explosions type of movies that...
Bullet massacre, blood, first blood, second blood, and third blood.
Yeah, I think they're on like number 12 right now, aren't they? But yeah, they said they wanted...
It's a classic. 9 not so great, but they really picked it back up with 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, when was the one they went in space? But yeah, and so they wanted
That
to...
was 9.
That was, yeah, it was either 9 or 10. I couldn't quite remember. But yeah, they wanted to film that here because it's kind of a slum looking place, but it's not too dangerous compared to other places. And so they were like I said, there's money involved. Maybe some of us can get parts if you want. And so they invited us to go work on a contract and just kind of hammer that all out if you guys want to.
What is it they want to film it here?
Well, they didn't. They're keeping it hush hush. They didn't tell me. They just said they wanted to film
here. Oh, but why would they want to film here? What could they possibly want here?
Oh, there's money involved. They can do... I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they can just do what they want.
Actually, Stephen,
Yes?
so we have in the background that you are a big fan of this kind of movies and Simpsons and the video games. It would be common knowledge for you to know that the sisters that put on these films always hire local talent. just to give the films more, resonance, to really get that street feel to it.
Mm-hmm. They probably want basically a barrio where the very filth and scum of the street live in squalor. So we're going to have to fix this place up and really oppress our clients to get that genuine feel. I mean, we've been giving them too much liberty. I'm telling you, too much liberty for what they need, because they need absolute tyrannical iron-fisted oppression. That is what they want. We should probably give it to them. It's for the authenticity of the film. Yes?
Yes.
Marius, all this loud talking just wakes you up. And what was the music you were playing the last time?
Black Hole Sun.
Black Hole Sun on repeat 110 times. Is interrupted by this loud conversation going on in the kitchen.
All right, I'll put on my underwear and come out and see what's going on.
Phew.
At least he put the underwear on. Come on.
I didn't want to get yelled at again like last time. I just didn't want to listen to it.
Well, it is important, so it does warrant underwear. So,
I mean, it would be great if he took off one pair of underwear as well, rather than just putting them on all the time.
Hey, it's super absorbent this way and soft when I sit down.
They're disposable. They just kind of wear out.
Yeah. They disintegrate after a couple of years, for sure.
No. It's the paper ones that you get from the dispensing machine.
Oh, them, yeah. They do. You got to be careful, though. Sometimes they cut your thigh.
Oh, yeah. Really chafing, too.
Exactly. Yeah, when you get a little sweaty, whew, not the way to go. Cotton, much better. Anyways, enough about my underwear. Why are you guys getting so heated in this argument? I'm trying to sleep.
There is no argument.
Have you-
We're all discussing how to become stars.
Have you heard about Bullet Massacre, First Blood through 12th Blood?
Maybe. Let's say that yes, I have, and have no further follow-up questions.
The most famous franchise in the past 6 months.
They've done 12 movies in 6 months.
Yes, naturally.
Yeah.
That's just how Night City rolls these days.
That's pretty
If,
efficient.
Well, it's live acting most of the time. You just have to actively kill a lot of extras. Just keep throwing extras into the Bulletstorm. You'll get more.
When you say killing,
So, hey, Marius, how would you like to be a movie star?
I see myself someone who commands from behind the camera.
Really?
Yeah.
But the Bulletstorms are generally in front of the camera. Sometimes
Which is
even
why I
hitting the
prefer
camera.
to be behind the camera. I think my talents lie elsewhere.
Well, you're not that good of a gunman.
Exactly. That's why I'm better behind
It
the
involves,
camera.
shooting.
We've shown that my shooting is average at best. Better than my net running, so I guess if you only compare it to that, it's astronomical. But
I mean, you have been acting as a net runner for this entire time. Method acting, even. Very commendable. But we know that is not your true calling. You should seek the... what color are the screens these days? Are they gold these days? Have we upgraded to chrome? The chrome screen!
Chrome screen, nice.
Well, silver is so passé.
No, it's all hologram now. There's no screen.
Oh, that's why it's called the chrome screen.
Yeah.
It's hologram projection.
Isn't it? So it's an actual movie as opposed to like a BD or something? Where it's
Actual movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
That's how they can make 12 of them in a month. By live streaming. It's basically not live streaming. What do you call it when it's not live streaming? Just streaming, I guess.
Dead streaming?
Dead streaming. Well, with all the bodies that are left over, yes, dead streaming.
Well, are we gonna have to clean up the dead bodies afterwards, or
I think they would just add them for effect. We'll ask that.
But isn't that
Is
your
it
job to
contract
clean up
against?
dead bodies?
if we look at the thing, are they gonna use live ammunition in here? Are we? Are we
Well,
going
they
to need to look for new tenants after this?
I mean,
If
how does
yeah.
that change anything to live ammunition? I don't understand the qualm.
Well, they did say nobody had to move. They weren't going to disrupt, anybody's residence at the hotel or anything like that, and people could actually be extras. So, yeah, there's probably going to be some cleaning up involved afterward. But that's nothing we're not used to.
I mean, they're probably going to stiff us with the cleaning bill, yes.
Oh,
They're
yes.
just going to not clean and leave.
That's how they keep on filming all the films in 6 months.
Right? They don't pay anyone because they're all dead.
One
It
every
helps-
2 weeks.
It
The
helps
ones
keep
that
them in-
live, though, make bank.
Yeah, that's how they
Streaming
keep in the
revenue,
budget.
residuals.
You got to keep in the budget. That's a good way to do it.
So
I think everybody just signs on for a percentage, and those that live get to claim it.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a
Continue.
producer, right? We've all agreed I'll do the producing.
How? Because producers are the ones that put the money up.
That's not what I heard. I heard that they just put their name on it and then they don't have to do anything.
No, that's
perfect.
executive producer.
Oh, that's what I want. I want that.
Okay.
Can you get that for me, Tetra? How much will that cost?
Executive producers for movies is like vice presidents in companies.
Yeah,
I don't know
that
how
sounds
much-
good. I'll wake me when you get that. I'm going back to bed,
All right.
and I'll take my underwear off as I'm walking back. So
At least the outer pair.
all of it.
Yeah, so Tetra, you were just supposed to get them interested enough, and then you're supposed to send a message back, and then you would get forwarding information. If they were just not interested at all, then they'll just cut their losses and try and find another coffin motel of ill repute that is not in a too bad of a neighborhood.
But
Wait,
we're
do
the
we
best
have
of the not too
competition?
bads.
Is there a lot of competition for coffin hotels that aren't
Coffin motels that aren't in bad neighborhoods, yes, there is a lot of competition in that. Well, yours was the only one because Ollivander basically made all the other ones go away. But coffin motels in bad locations, boy, oh boy, howdy, are there many.
So there's no competition, so we don't have to worry. They're going to sign with us anyways.
Yes, but if we want to be there for the sequel in 2 weeks, we really gotta sell ourselves.
That's quite the that's a tight schedule there. I don't know if I.
Well, it's what year is it? 2054. It's 2054. Things move quickly.
I can't say I know much about movie making business, so I guess this will be fun and exciting.
Sounds like you'll fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
That you really sounding like an executive producer. Yes.
Excellent. We've all agreed I'll be the executive producer.
I just put the good underwear on when you show up.
Fine, I'll go wash it.
That
No, not in
doesn't
the
mean wear it in
where
the
we prepare
shower.
the food. Not there. Oh God.
What do you think this machine under the sink is for?
Well,
For
when he
washing
gets the
my
title executive producer, he's no longer crazy; he's eccentric, and so that's fashionable.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I knew you when you were crazy, not just eccentric.
Good times back then.
All right. Should we try to have him method act programming some Neopets for ambiance? Should we have a crazy cat lady?
Well, we should find out what they want first of all before we start doing anything. So
Well, they
we will
want
give
to
you the
suppress
thumbs up,
the
Tetra,
residents.
or the whatever is the equivalent in 2054.
Yeah, I figured you would. Okay, so I send the message back to the movie people.
Okay, you get pretty quickly back a message that says, "Great, we'll have a package delivered with everything you'll need there soon. Just sign for it."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did they say?
Oh, they're gonna send us a package.
Oh no.
That- Sign
Is
for
it
it,
a
then-
real package or is it a bomb?
I mean, considering they want our place we're setting, I don't think they're gonna send us a bomb.
Well, if they wanted a blown out war-torn setting, they might send us a bomb.
So 15 minutes of bickering later. there is a bike courier that comes out to the steps, and he's got a package under his arm and rings up.
Okay, sign for it.
Hands the package over. It's fairly light. You sign for it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, they tipped me in advance. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it." Jumps on his bike, goes off. Inside the package, I expect there's probably half an hour worth of you figuring out if it's ticking, if it's going to explode, or everything else.
While to open.
You're saying this is not a bomb as I open it.
There's about a dozen clear plastic what would you call them, lanyards with like these plastic tags on them, and it's got the Sonati Sisters emblem on it, but like where it would have the name of the production is empty, but there is a number, and the number is the same on all of them, number 27. And you can see that like embedded in like the plastic, there is a chip there. Is probably, all the actual pertinent information is probably on the chip. As well as just directions. It's a warehouse in the Upper Marina area. Upper Marina area is a very safe area of the city. It's where a lot of the commerce still happens by ship transport. So it's always well patrolled, well protected. Very nice part of the city. And there's not a specific time. It's just starting at 7 a.m. this morning, which was like 2 hours ago, up until 5 p.m. in the afternoon for the next 2 days. You can show up at this location, bringing your lanyards with you.
Okay, so I just give out all the lanyards and.
Yep. A little bit of information just showing that if you're also showing up for casting, dress the part. They're looking to fill certain roles. If you're going to be shot in the the High Court Plaza area, come in your best costuming for the area, which is all very high class. They're also looking for like a lot of street level flavor. So if you're coming to be cast for that, dress appropriately. There are enough lanyards here that you could invite some of your residents as well, if you wanted to.
We should not
If you
do
wanted
that.
Do we have a crazy cat lady resident?
Well, we have Sherlock Holmes.
He's a pigeon pigeon.
A pigeon
old-
guy.
Apiary. He has an apiary.
Mm-hmm.
I believe his apiary is also explosive.
Yes. He's trying to make that very elusive exploding pigeon.
Which is in clear violations of the agreements. But when we overlook it, we're not good guys. We're terrible people. But when he tries to bring up the homeowners agreement, this is why I always shoot his agent. He always has another. It's like unpredictable or something.
Not that any of you have ever actually seen a movie lot pass before, but they certainly look official. Not efficient.
Okay,
official. Yeah.
Official.
And actually, is pinball. You actually know, since you're kind of like a maven of these films, you really enjoy what they produce. Is that like, yeah? I mean, just one of these cards like this, you could easily get 1,000 credits on various eBay style whatever exists into the Cyberpunk Red universe. These things are actually worth a lot, just from fans. And the fact that it's got an unknown movie attached to it.
So it's like I call up Homie and tell him to dress up because he actually has the nice clothing. He sometimes gets it in his head to dress up weird when he has one of those chips in. We do have.
Grab my best deer stalker and cape.
Say. He completely does not look the part. He's like a 5'6" Mexican guy with prison tats.
But he's going to show it up with an Inverness coat and a deer stalking cap.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wardrobe is on point. casting is not. But on the other hand, that lady, old lady on first level that has the hots for you, Marius. You remember her?
No, I don't remember her. And
I believe she said she was an actress at one point.
no, you're mistaken for another coffin hotel. I think we should just move on to someone else.
Well, I did point out how potentially lethal the set is. It's for people you like and don't like alike.
See, this whole time Marius has been getting like freshly baked cookies from her, but they never make it to Marius. Someone else always finds them at the door with these strange lewd letters. They have no idea what they're about.
They might actually make him fall for it, so can't have that.
Yeah, if you invite her, then you have to look after her and talk to her.
The look after her part is clearly against the intent of inviting her.
Well, you just have to yeah. I don't know who you're talking about, and I don't want to make any new friends.
Yep, it's the next 2 days. You don't have to make any hard decisions right now. But Sherlock Holmes, you send him the info. Yeah, he's glad to take one of the cards.
All right. Who do we owe anybody big favors? That's right. Your foreman guy that got us in on that army base. We should probably hook him up.
Yes. Is there anybody else? There's probably so many people I can't remember them all.
Oh, Submarine Boy.
Oh, yes.
How was your date at the prom, by the way?
Oh, I only stayed 5 minutes. Maybe 10.
Oh. Was there punch? Do they do punch still?
Yeah. I didn't drink any of it. It was.
But the staff fills it with alcohol now, so it's
Falco, they had punch. We never had punch. Elena, do any of your nomad posse want to in on this? You think?
It's possible, but do they need bikers?
I don't know. You don't know anything about the script yet. That's the thing. All you know is that the two locations are a very fancy hotel and your place. Those are the two locations you know about.
I mean, house party. You want to put up some of your, air quotes, family for a little bit.
I myself don't want to be cast in any of this, but they might.
Well, that's what air quotes again, family is for.
Starring role.
I mean, Sebastian might want to roll, but he definitely wants catering.
Sebastian's on your shoulder, just like slicking down his hair, trying to make himself look as good as possible. Yeah.
I mean, Sebastian seems all for it, and you're his agent. Let's see. Marius, did you want to do anything with the Neopets? No? Yes?
No.
Because maybe we can get one set up for Elena.
With the movie first before you start going around.
Everybody's always put horse before the cart. How is a horse supposed to push a cart if it is in front of it?
If anybody wants to actually audition for a part, there is actually a skill for like wardrobe and style in this now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why don't you give me that role?
Hey,
I mean, Laszlo could fit the part just by putting his work scrubs on if they need an EMP or a...
I can get you dead bodies if you need them for filming for some.
Maybe for catering.
Yeah, you go outside and spray some bullets there, you have dead bodies.
I mean, I can pick up the cinematic looking ones, just don't look too bad.
Yep. No, yeah. If anybody wants to actually try and to interview for a part, yeah, go ahead and meet me a role on that.
I was thinking. I don't know. I was thinking of maybe I could have an impact on a small group of fans as a rocker boy. That is part of the ability. So I was wondering if I could have like a small group of people just wander by talking about my stuff and see if maybe producers or somebody would overhear and go, "Oh, maybe this is a."
You can call for
narrative.
a fan flash mob to show up at the area and talk about you. Sure.
Yeah. I have to do a roll on that though, so I don't know because
I rolled a 13 on my wardrobe and style,
Okay.
which
just
shouldn't
gonna
be
note
too
these down.
bad.
No, that's a good roll. You look the part of a person for hire to do vicious and illegal things.
One that you might actually spend money on too.
Yes. There you go.
tries to find where.
But Marius, I mean, you're trying to get executive producer. I mean, you're going to try and dress up nice.
Do you want some personal grooming skill too? Because I also have that.
I was gonna wear my Canadian suit and slick my hair back.
Okay.
It's like the top of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere, at some point.
Somewhere at some time.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I don't have to audition for executive producer. I've got it in the bag. They need the liaison for the hotel, and that'll be me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful role there, Richard.
Yeah.
I think on the boards, people are like, "Who?
Exactly.
Who's
Yes,
this person?
Well, that's,
Is he the one that did the karaoke last night at the bar?"
oh, maybe.
He's still breaking
fail to spontaneously generate a flash mob.
Yeah,
for
well,
you.
it is good to be humbled.
Yeah.
In fact,
Keep
you
that
lose some
swelling
fans.
head in check. All right. No, I know Rackham doesn't want to be particularly noted or anything. But so the meeting, you have more than enough of these lanyards you can hand out to people that you would like. But for the meeting to talk about using your site, it just says you can still show up at any of those times for the next couple of days. The sooner the better, because they would like to acquire a site, if not your site.
All right, let's roll out, folks. And he snaps his fingers and struts to the door, bringing
Stop! I have to. Nope, just.
Are we auto boss?
I just have to print out my executive producer business cards. Just give me a minute. I'll just boot up publisher on my agent, and we'll see.
Why didn't you print that out before you printed out your suit?
Well, you got to start somewhere, and it was just alphabetically. This was at the bottom, so I went.
Business card comes before business suit.
I said alphabetically is at the bottom. I started from the bottom and worked my way up. You always start at the bottom, and then it's like Legos, right? If you play with Legos, you start at the bottom and you work your way up.
Which is the unfortunate result of the business card being made of the same material of your suit.
Now it's why is it not going through the printer? Yeah, so I got one made. I'll just scribble on it with a crayon or something.
Right.
You can afford crayons. Well, yes, we do actually have a lot of money.
We do have a lot of money.
Can we stop by Staples and I can photocopy these? Get a few made out.
Yeah, that shouldn't take long.
Okay.
I
think
have a meeting. We can be there at any time, so we're not going to be late.
Well,
I have to be exasperated at Marius anyway for holding us up anyway.
So the question is, you have one vehicle, which is one that Rackham has, but none of the rest of you have vehicles. Although Laszlo might have the ambulance that he drives around because he might have had a late shift and just drove it home, which happens. Sometimes he leaves bodies back there too.
Yeah, I probably don't want to get my place of work in on it at the moment, just in case, there's legal repercussions or something, so I don't want to take that.
But you know what? I'm the executive producer. I'm sure the studio will send a car around.
You are. Do they know you're the executive producer yet?
You're not the.
Minor
that
detail.
happens after you become the executive producer.
Oh, look, they have sent a car around. It just happens to look identical to our usual van.
Yeah.
And or we'll
I am
move you over.
going to go to the meeting when we talk about the building. I'm just not casting myself as anything.
Well, I'm the
If I'm
executive
sort of,
producer. I
if
need to
they
be
do
there for
something for
casting.
demolitions, perhaps I can have a look over their shoulder.
There we go.
For the pyrotechnics work. Yeah.
There are a lot of live, authentic practical effects.
Yep.
Bullets
I
are
mean, it was-
far cheaper than squibs. Just saying.
Well,
I
let's
do
move
have
it
demolition
along.
skill. It's not much. I have demolition skill.
Business cards have been printed. Those of you that want to dress up appropriately for any kind of audition have done so, but you arrive outside of it's an anonymous looking warehouse. There are a lot of vans parked around. A lot of them have like scaffolding work and like work vans. It's in the upper marina, so again, this is a fairly upscale place. There are a lot of people though just kind of hanging around outside. You see some folks that are just wearing the lanyards out in the open are approaching the doors, and before they get there, they're being accosted by other people that are just hanging around. Some of them are offering money for the lanyards. Some of them are physically just trying to take the lanyards. I assume Rackham, everybody loaded up in your van.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you just park your van in with the rest of the vans that are all around. They all look like rental. I mean, you know the look. They're rentals, although they are work vans. I mean, they're not just there for show, but they're all local rental. You pop out, and so you guys are seeing this. You're seeing like the people that are trying to get in being glommed by folks that are just on the outside, trying to get their hands on one of the lanyards or just score a lanyard one way or the other. Again, some folks are offering money, and some are just trying to steal them. So yeah, this is kind of what's going on between you and the front doors. I assume you all have your lanyards with you, but you may not be wearing them out just yet. And Rackham, you parked kind of like inconspicuously in with all the other vans.
Sure.
I'm going to start handing out business cards to everyone I see, just to let them know.
All right, yeah. So, Maurice, you want to just start walking through the crowd?
Take it. You'll never know. I'll sign it for you, too. It'll be worth something someday.
Maurice, do you have your lanyard out invisible or not? So it sounds like you're just approaching the front. Bigfooting it.
I'm getting a big sort of sleazy producer energy from him. Yeah, I'm a producer guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm probably not wearing it. No,
okay.
I'm not wearing it. I'm just.
You start handing out your business card, and there are, there's a bunch of tops hanging around. This is a fairly good distance away from where you guys' hotel is, right? So there are a lot of different gangs around. You don't know if these people are any particular gang. They're certainly not faces that you recognize, but there are some street toughs kind of hanging around. And as you're walking up, they do give a quick look over your mirrors to see if you've got one of those placards, lanyards on or not. You start handing out business cards. One of them says, "Executive producer, huh? So can you produce one of those lanyards and get us in there?"
Oh, yeah. You know what? Just give my assistant, and I'll point to Pinball. Give my assistant your name, and we'll get in contact with you.
All right, Pinball. This is another thing I want to use this for. So you rolled a 13 on your wardrobe and style. Let me see if they find this intimidating in the least bit.
Do they find it intimidating?
Yeah, so when you point out Pinball, there's a mix of folks getting angry, and they look like they're checking Marius out to see, if he might be worth rolling for whatever he might have. Some of the folks kind of turn back and look at you, at first dismissively. Then they notice that, oh no, he's not an actor. So some of them back off, but there's the one guy, the guy that was talking is still kind of in front of Marius. Or he's actually stepped in front of you, Marius. It's like, I think you probably got one of those placards on you right now. So why don't you hand it over?
Oh, yeah. So I'll reach in my pocket, I'll pull out another business card, and I'll give it to him. Here you go. And I'm just going to walk away.
All right. He punches you.
Where?
Let's have initiative. Pinball, you get in on this too, because you were pointed out. You're probably a few steps behind, or at least close enough.
Do you want me to roll initiative?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
All right. Really good.
That's what the rating is. Just really good.
Sorry, my screen froze up there. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, so I forget. I get to re-roll that 10 again?
Yeah, it explodes.
Yeah, it explodes, right? Yeah,
Even on
so
initiative rolls.
17. Still doesn't beat Pinball, though. Yeah, this guy's fast, Pinball. He might have a little bit of augmented musculature going on there because as Marius goes down, pulls out another business card, tries to step back, you see that fist cock back, and you know what's coming, but you are still faster than this guy. What do you want to do, if anything? Yeah, I mean, you might just want to let Marius get punched in the face. I mean,
Yes,
let's see. I hold Marius like a punching bag so I can take more kidney shots.
Let me help you there as you hold Marius down.
No, because pinball is always the glue that holds things together, it seems. But the very, very caustic, violent glue. So he punches Marius, and so...
he hasn't yet. Like, you can read the body language.
Oh.
He's quick. He's fast. It's coming. He's going to snap that punch off. But you're still faster. So.
Which do I think is more intimidating? Laying him out flat, or raising the stakes and pulling a gun and capping him?
You would probably know that one of the reasons none of the gang members are accosting people at gunpoint is this is a secured area. Like, that was going to bring attention fast if you draw a gun. You know that for sure.
I mean, do I care, though? I shoot them too. No, I will lay them out twice then, because I'm a professional and no discretion.
Okay.
So let's get.
He's within movement of you, so you can step in quick and give him a couple of body blows there. You're welcome to do so.
Yep. Let's see, fighting.
When you said no discretion, I heard it as NO discretion.
So I'm going to first brawl on him to lay him out with a super strong punch, hopefully. Probably.
Now he resists, right? And I think
he can evade, yes.
Theoretically, he'll resist.
Right, he tries to evade that punch, and he does not.
So that's 3d6.
Go for it.
And
Get a couple of sixes in there. Unless we haven't had a crit yet.
Would be nice.
Okay.
Close. 9,
Okay.
But
So
thing allows me to attack twice.
it does. He has a little bit of armor, not a great deal, but that doesn't lay him out on its own.
I'm going to hit him again.
Okay.
Probably again.
And you do. Oh yes, you do.
Same again.
9 points of damage. Okay. That's enough to take him out of the fight. He definitely does not follow through with the punch.
You want
Instead
none of
it's
this.
Yeah. Couple of body blows, and he coughs and kind of waves off like he doesn't want anymore, and he kind of turns away.
Awesome. Thanks, Pinball. Here, have a business card.
Now I hit Marius.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I crumple up the business card and hit you between the eyes with it.
Oh, that's gonna. Am I bleeding? That's gonna leave a mark. Come on.
Those of you that are just now stepping out of the truck, this is quick. It doesn't draw a lot of attention because other people are being kind of rousted around as well. No one's making a huge scene of it, like the ruffians are taking care not to have any weapons exposed, but like a quick intimidating gestures, a few punches here and there. But after Pinball, looking very professional, steps up and gives one of the leaders of these harassers a good couple of punches. It looks like they're backing off a bit and letting folks through.
Pinball, how can they not give you the lead after a performance like that?
And then I give him the look, and then I raise the people's eyebrow.
All right. So you guys approach, and so there's nothing to show there's anything special on the outside. Again, you're not seeing like any banners or anything anywhere. But as people throw the doors open inside, there are a couple of security guards that are waving a wand over their lanyard badges. Those who have legitimate badges are passed, but it does look like a few folks tried to replicate those badges, and they're being held, and they're like, I think there's just something wrong with the chip, sir. It's like, well, we'll check it out. Let's have some ID. And they're pulled to the side again, kind of low key, quietly. There's still no outward example of what it is you're actually walking into, really. This is the first, other than the rental trucks outside, these couple of rental security guards in here, although they look pretty proficient with what they're doing, Pinball. And they're ex-military, maybe ex-police. They are armed, but none of them have their arm, they're still holstered. Nobody's is showing anything aggressively. And they're being polite to the people that are trying to sneak in with bad badges. But eventually, you and Marius come up to the line. Badges?
I present mine, and I don't know. Marius, not the business card, the badge.
What? Oh, okay. I'll put it back in my pocket and I'll fish around in my pocket for the. Is this it? The badge? And I'll stick a business card in there, just so.
He takes the business card and he puts it in his pocket. You see, there's actually a fair stack of business cards in his pocket. Like, you're not the first one that's offered him a business card. He waves the badge real quick, then he looks at it and he says, "Hey, what's 27? That's I have not seen this yet." The other guard says, "Hey, hold on a second." He makes a call and he's like, those are special guests. Send them out to area B. All right, this way, sir.
Special guest.
I give them the up nod.
Okay. And the rest of you, are you coming along? Pinball and Marius just walked in.
Now that we've sent our canaries out.
Yeah. Again, there's no outward sign of what this is, but there's also...
They didn't even hassle Pinball about his festoon of guns.
No, they didn't. Yeah, if you're actually carrying guns, they didn't make any...
Nope. This is Night City. You go everywhere with guns.
Well, not typically as much as Pinball's probably showing off, but yeah.
Yeah, Pinball has to bring his best guns for this. He's got both his rifle and his submachine gun. Usually it's only one or the other.
You're brought in.
That's what your wardrobe is, right?
Mm-hmm. So they take you to a set of armored doors. This was certainly put in new. They open it up for you. Inside is kind of like a conference room with a row of plastic desks and some chairs. There's enough here to sit about 8 people comfortably. You can go a bit more if you want to get a little cozier with each other. And there's a large screen that's currently off. Again, this is kind of like a business meeting room, right? But the screen in front is off. There's several cameras that are active. Pinball, you notice the lights are on and they do the pan and scan as you come in. One of the security guards stays and asks if you would like anything, water, a beverage of any kind.
Soy calf.
Have seats. Soy calf. Okay. Anyone else? Non-alcoholic, I'm afraid, but we've got juice, coffee, water.
Wait, do you have regular calf?
Yes, we do.
I will have that. Make it a double and add the sugar. No cream.
Yeah. He pulls out a little old-style notepad and pen, starts writing it all down. Sure. It's going to be a little while before the feed is active, but I'll bring you your drinks. It shouldn't be that long. I believe 27. 1, 2. Is there any more of you coming with those badges?
Maybe one individual that
Okay.
I expect. I
We'll
look
look
up
up.
with the Tetra to see if her contact is showing up or not.
Oh yeah, he's showing up. He's coming.
Okay. It goes off, brings beverages in. You guys sit for maybe a good 10 minutes, just where you're starting to,
Good amount of time to enjoy my calf.
Yeah, it
Look,
is.
this
It's
is
fresh
great.
beans,
I
freshly
don't know-
ground. Good
Don't know
stuff.
why none of you have ordered nothing.
Oh, I meant to order water. Clean water. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's mineral water actually. Yeah,
Oh,
brings
no,
out
they had crap like that.
whatever you ask for.
Yeah.
But so Miss Fox, Tetra is your contact. She's usually books talent, and it's kind of how you got to know her. She comes in. She's looking like really kind of overall, just like, wow, hey Tetra, thank you so much. This is going to be a good cut for both of us and your friends here. I don't think we've been introduced. Hi, Miss Fox, and you are looking at Laszlo.
I'll jump in.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I am Mary's executive producer. Here, take my card.
Oh, thanks.
I asked, do you really wish to know us names?
Well, I mean, your friends at Tetris. I mean, that's good enough. If you don't want to tell me
Yes,
your name,
we
that's fine.
Makes body
friends
identification
of Tetris.
easier at the end.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just as you're talking, the screen kind of comes alive. It starts off as kind of a low glow. It blinks. Then there's an image of the Senate sisters from an undisclosed location. They're taking pains to only show like a set dressing. They're sitting comfortably in armchairs, and they kind of smile at you. You do know, but with the technology, the era, they have to be fairly close. So, because the broadcasting limitations now, they have to be fairly close. They're seated comfortably in armchairs. They all kind of smile at you. You notice that the video cameras in the room do kind of move as they're talking. So they're attached to those cameras. They can see you just as well as you can see them. Teresa, the older sister, you know this, Pinball, because you're a fan, speaks first, a very velvety and deep voice. She's wearing a traditional dress of hand-woven cotton, gauzy shawl wrapped around the back and shoulders. She's got a t-shirt on that says undisclosed film name. I apologize for the runaround, folks, but hiring from the local population like we do, sometimes too many people can arrive at the same time. So we like to split our auditions up between multiple sites to prevent a stampede. And of course, you all are here for a special consideration. We're going to give you a bit more information than most will be given because, the nature of the contract that you'll be signing. Miss Fox, do you have the contracts? Yeah, right here. If you'd hand them out, please. Starts handing out physical contracts to everybody.
Ooh.
The other sister you can tell, is kind of eyeballing all of you. You see the camera swivel around, really taking in what you're wearing, and she's like just nodding along, saying, "This looks promising." Kind of glances over Pinball a few times. Okay. Actually, the sister points at you, Pinball. It kind of motions for you to stand up and to give a little turnaround.
I give a performative frown before I do so.
She nods and just writes something on a pad.
Just hold up my arms like this is what you get.
Okay. If you would look over the contracts, please, and then we can negotiate from here. None of this is a hard line. It's just our initial offering. So what you're reading is that they're filming two main locations, the High Court Plaza Hotel, which Tetra's contact already told you about, which is a very high-end hotel, very high-end. And then your hotel. Pinball, it's not an action film. It's romance. Kind of a uptown, downtown sort of romance thing. And kind of a slice of life of Night City. They want to get the high life and they want to get the low life in, but not really low life. Because again, your location is not the lowest of the low. Yours is pretty nice for folks that can't afford a lot. Yeah, so it's a romance tale. You don't get the full script, but you do get like the working name, what they want to do for the shots. Mostly, it's going to be a lot of They're going to get drones to do a lot of outside shots of your building. They want to do drone shots of like moving through the corridors, going up the stairs. And if you've got anything that's under development that looks particularly sketchy, they would love to use that as well. There's a side contract for any of your tenants that are put out or inconvenienced that they can be paid a stipend. If any of them would like to try out for a role, they might be able to get a role. The roles pay 200 EB a day. And a day is like 5 minutes of shooting.
How much a day? 500?
For 200 for an appearance. And it's literally, it's like a 5 to 10 minute appearance on screen at best for 200 a day.
That's still good money.
That's really good money. Yeah.
Or it's supposed to be good money.
Yep.
So
they have the contract laid out for the use for 2 days of filming in your hotel, and it's not 24 hours, it's like 2 days, so like 8 hours a day for 2 days. They've got a sum of 100,000 for the 2 days. That's like the negotiating, and that's where you can negotiate. But that's what they're putting down for your inconvenience and being able to have the rights to film within your building. They say minimal disturbance of your day to day. There will be times where they'll ask, if you could clear out this section so we can get a better look. If you have a open cubicle floor so that they don't have to interrupt one of your tenants, they could use that. Or if a tenant wants to be in the film and get paid, they could use that too.
Actually, don't we have that? Because
you do.
The amenities were being worked on that level still.
And there's also a rider at the bottom. They have, other than everything else that was stipulated, if any of you, because they're going to be filming in your neighborhood, would like to be their kind of liaison to be kind of the gopher to produce things that they might need. If they need to see what like local cuisine looks like, be able to run out and getting a sample of what people would eat. If they need particular food or accommodation for their actors that are not going to be the locals, if you can do that because you know the neighborhood, that pays $500 a day to be just a run and get stuff.
Did you hear that, Marius? They want people to produce stuff.
Well, I'm the producer, so I guess I'm going to produce it. It's been produced. Who wants my business card? I'll just hand one to Laszlo again.
Is there something that we can, a skill or something to look over the contract just to make sure that
yes. In fact, there is.
Like, we can blow up your building.
Yeah. So there's a skill in there for basically it's business. I think it might just be business.
Yeah, there's business.
I've taken some online business courses. Let me look at that contract.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I'm pretty sure we can all look.
Yep.
I don't know. Do we need a level in it or anything to?
No, you can roll it untrained.
All right.
Seems on the up and up to me, mostly, probably.
Marius.
It was not a good online school.
Turn it the other way around.
There we go.
Yeah, guys, I think there's nothing wrong with this contract. Let's just all sign. Don't worry about reading it or anything.
Laszlo.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's see what Tetra gets here too.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Tetra
You
has
should know all of this. Yeah.
Computer is being extremely
under
slow
education.
right now. Yeah, I need to actually pull up my character sheet. It's just being extremely slow today. So, and it just disappeared. Wonderful.
Well, we'll come back to you, but I'm going to give you
just
some
assume
stuff
you rolled
anyway.
a 20 or 27. I mean,
we can also roll for you if you like.
Yeah, because I
Sure.
don't know what's wrong with my computer today.
What's your business skill at?
Oh, wait a minute.
that would involve having
The
the
hard
sheet up, in
questions.
which case she can press the button to roll. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with my screen right now.
She has a level of 4, base 11.
Okay. If you want to roll for a
There you
pinball, go ahead.
Yeah.
Also, it
Let's
might
see if
also
I
be your
can-
browser. It doesn't really like.
It was Chrome, but my
Yeah.
computer
It doesn't count because I rolled it for her, clearly.
Yeah, so that wasn't a good roll. So the only thing, actually, it's not that it's a bad roll, Tetra. It's that you see the line that concerns you and the person who brought this to you, and you kind of look over to Miss Fox, who's just grinning and nodding at you. You get a 15% off the top. So like anything these guys negotiate for, you get 15%.
Now it comes up. Yeah, right after the roll, it comes up
Yeah.
now. So, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah. So the more that they can get out of this, the more that you get. But yeah, you got a 15% finder's fee for bringing them to the organization. For the next highest one was Laszlo's. Laszlo,
Yeah,
actually, it's a very
It's
Elena got a high one too.
Elena's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So Elena and Laszlo, both of you realize it's fairly open. Like you can ask for riders yourself here. There's areas left open if you want to negotiate points. They're being very reasonable with it. There's nothing in here that talks about indemnity at all. Like if they damage anything, it's not in there. So that's something that you might want to talk about. But I mean, going from like the bare bones of what you don't have a whole script, but going by the bare bones of what the movie is, it doesn't revolve around any kind of violence at all. It's a love story.
It's not called explosive love.
If you thought they produced a lot
Blood
of
is red, like my heart.
If you thought they produced a lot of the Blood and Bullets movies, you won't see how many Hallmark movies. That's number 27 spot, 27th this month.
So those are points you can work out. There isn't anything about indemnity. There's nothing about insurance if anyone's injured. None of that's in there, but it is left open that it can be negotiated in. So they're not trying to pull anything past you. There is literally no small print.
I think the main thing we probably want to have in there is if they change the appearance of that, we have the right to ask them to change it back. I mean, that's part of the clearance fee they're going to try to avoid, but yeah.
I also think, speaking of open areas, we should have a closed area where they can't go into the basement, where we're keeping the AI or
they can't
the other
get into
AI.
there. The whole thing is blocked up. They can't get there.
Oh, that
The
is true.
AI
Yeah.
is in a box.
Okay, we've done that bit. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't technically have a basement anymore.
Yeah.
We
So
don't need-
after you guys have looked at it, you guys have brought up some questions. So they'll address a few of them. They might want to make some cosmetic changes to the outside, but it would be just that, and they would restore it to its prior condition on their dime. If it couldn't be, they will repair it to a better condition.
I was going to say, see if we can work in must be restored to like factory settings sort of thing. I have to give us a whole facelift afterwards. That'd be great.
But they're talking about like we might want to make it look more weathered than it actually is. We might want to throw some garbage around to make it look worse than it is. But they'll pay for all the cleanup and to restore it to original condition. So
Now you're talking Hallmark movies. You're talking Elena's fieldwork. There you go.
They're going to use drones for most of the filming, but they may, depending on how good or not good your electrical is, they might have to bring in Jennies, and they'll need a room to set those up.
Yeah.
We have that.
Well, you guys have top-notch electricity in there.
Yeah.
Not that you
Well,
advertise
we'll
that,
have
but
I mean, I don't know if we mention that. Maybe we can get more money for it. If we, because it costs a lot for them to ship out Jennies, etc. If we mention we got good electricals, maybe we get paid more. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let Jenny take care of it. She sounds pretty proficient.
no, they'll give you that point if your grid there looks up to snuff and is up to doing what they need for filming. The money that they would use to rent those equipment, they'll put into what they pay you. They're fine with that. It's money spent either way.
Yeah.
They will need to have one of their engineers to go through and make sure, but sure, they'll agree to that. Does anybody actually want to negotiate this thing other than talk about fine points, because this might be important? But as far as like, is one of you running the negotiation?
I would have thought Tetra would have
Yeah, I
done
was.
it. She's our
Yeah,
fixer.
would I have to roll it again? Because that was kind of a.
You will need to roll it
Considering
again.
what you just
Okay, is
rolled,
that business? Yeah.
Yeah, you'll roll
I
again.
don't
So
know if you can take support from any of us or anything.
Is that
Tetra.
business
Tetra.
still?
Tetra, executive producer. Remember,
Oh yes. Anyway.
I already paid for the business cards and handed some out.
oh, you went on to go. I tell you what, this is going to be Marius. I want you to roll that wardrobe and style.
Oh shit. Oh, that's okay. You know what? That's okay. I'm good at this. I've got this. I got more style than I let on. Oh, if I tell you I rolled well, is that enough, or do you need to see it?
You can tell me what you rolled, man. And I'll throw out that bad is not necessarily bad. That's actually really good.
Told you I'd style.
When you start talking about this, Tetra, and the older sister says, actually, there is a part in the script for a sleazy producer.
No. I don't want to be in the movie. I want to be executive producer of the movie.
Oh, well, no, we can't do that. but we can make you executive producer in the movie.
Oh,
Oh,
I look at my business card and all it says is executive producer Marius.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do it. As long as I'm executive producer.
All right. And she kind of does that old thing where she kind of gets you in a frame. She's looking at you and wear just that. Yeah.
Well, this is my best suit.
Oh, that's even more precious. Yeah. Miss Fox, the contract, please. And you're given another contract. This is like the talent contract.
Okay, do I have to roll to understand that one too?
Yeah, you will have some speaking lines. Not many,
Oh,
but yeah, we'll casting will go over that with you.
oh, that's gonna go not well.
Well,
Much better for radio, I tell you. But
All right, so I tell you what, I'm going to have Tetra roll her business to try and get all the fine points and to try and get some more money out of it. But is there anything specific that you want to go over? So you've already got you want. Well, Laszlo mentioned that there will be places there they can't go.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a point that you guys want. Yes, they may want to dress down the place more, depending on how nice it actually looks, but they will repair any damage that they do. They will pay for any convenience that your tenants might experience during this 2 days, or look
yes,
at
we
them
want them
as
to pay for the
particular-
convenience that our tenants have.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to argue for? Like,
access
again,
to craft services.
yes, there will be a full craft service. Your vote. Everyone in your motel are welcome to visit craft services. It'll be there for the full time of the shooting. Fully
They're going
catered.
bankrupt.
sorry, actually, just honest question: what is craft services?
Food.
Oh yeah, Marius is down for that.
And they're going to clean up bodies, right?
Is this a way to get rid of people we don't like? We just dump them here and then.
They'll take care of it.
Do we want to put something in there about as a liaison, but contracting out to just like if we need to get more? I was thinking of what am I trying to say? One thing is the bikers. If they sort of need me to talk to the bikers, I'm willing to do that.
Well,
That's kind of-
there is the rider at the bottom where they are looking for some help for that sort of thing. They will pay $500 a day or 500 EB a day.
And we happen to know people who are in the construction business if
Yeah.
they need some more people doing that.
Yeah. If any of you want to jump on that rider at the bottom, we can take up to 3 of you, 500 EB a day to provide those services. And of course, if those services need to be paid for, we'll handle that through our own branch here. But we need the contacts. We need the people that could get those people. So if you want to sign that rider at the bottom, that's perfectly fine. We would love that. And again, because it was brought up, there's still absolutely nothing in that contract about if damages are done or if people get shot, killed, or anything else. There is no indemnity in
But
it.
we should probably add that.
Well, how do you want to say
said if damages were done, they were going to make it back up. I thought they just said that.
Well, if
Oh, no, that's not-
if they do any damages in the installation of set
Yeah.
dressing,
Oh, right.
but that's not
Yeah.
that only covers that. Yeah.
Okay, well,
We're doing health and safety OSHA stuff here.
Oh no, we don't have to worry about that.
uh,
Kind of smiles.
Pinball just looking back and forth between everybody, waiting for the detailed negotiations to settle down before he signs up for appearing in the movie.
Yeah.
well, I guess I do not know if this will apply here or not, but I do a thing afterwards where I talk to people and put it out on the airwaves like a live stream sort of thing. If I
He
can
has a
promote
podcast.
your movie in some way.
Oh,
later
absolutely not.
afterwards?
They want to keep
I mean,
the
not
information
now.
locked.
Not
Yes,
while you're doing
afterwards,
this, but after it's
absolutely.
filmed and
They
something,
will give you first crack at like a press junket. Like you can have official information about the movie. You can run their logos and everything on your Sure, as long as it's not done during the filming.
No, sure. I understand.
Yeah.
Confidentiality and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I want people
So-
looking over your work as you're doing it.
Are we trying to avoid the whole indemnity side of things, or are we actually going to try for that?
Might as well ask. See what
Okay.
happens.
So here's what we're going to do. We'll have Tetra make the roll now.
Oh, okay, I already did, but I can make it.
Oh,
16. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, they're fine with all your points, locations that they won't be able to fill them in. That's fine. Any damages that they do, not just in the dressing of the set, but if there's any damage done to the structure by their crew or any of the actors, they'll make it right. They'll restore it to how it was or better if that's not possible. Any of the actors, including you guys, if you want to sign up for talent, are covered under their health care if something happens. It's actually pretty good. Miss Fox hands over the healthcare sheets, so that'll cover any injuries. Now, anyone that's living there though that don't want to sign a contract of them being part of the cast, they really can't cover them. Like your own complex has to have its own for that. Like what would happen if one of your guests injured themselves in your hotel anyway? What would happen?
They would come to me, and I would make sure that they never did talk about it ever again. I would make
Well,
it
then that's
better.
exactly what will happen in this case then.
I'm just thinking, if they are saying that any damages done by the actors, solo, pinball, when can you just go around and kick in doors that we already need repaired? Because you're going to be an actor on the set, and they'll have to pay to repair it. I don't know.
I think this is a conversation you should probably have not in the facility right now.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ruin my chances for a repeat role? No.
Oh, man stands in doorway. Yeah, that would be.
Yep.
Great
Contract is sent to
Oh.
you as well, Pinball. Makes a motion. Miss Fox gives you one of the contracts. Yours is a non-speaking role, but you do appear in over 15 minutes.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Oh,
You have to
That's,
be. You have to be. It requires you to be either completely blank or expressive.
Oh.
Either will do. There's going to be a lot of close-ups.
Oh, something else for the contract.
that's like me normally.
They say 2 days, so we want
2 days.
something in there if they go more than 2 days. Because I know how filming really works.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point. And Tetra rolled more than well enough to get it there. They expect 2 days at the most. Like they should be able to finish in 1 day. They give an extra day just in case they want to shoot some extra. If it runs over, the contract will extend out for the course, and you can say what the upward limit is. They would like to put it at a week, but you can say past that. But they will continue the current contract for that amount per day past what they need. They don't really feel like it should take more than 1 day, and then the second day will be just incidental shots that didn't go so well the first day.
That's a real low budget movie they're shooting right there.
Well, a lot of the stuff is filled in with AI and stuff like that. So,
I was going to say, the miracles of modern editing, modern by 2054 standards.
Yep. Yeah, like out of an hour of film, they need to get like half an hour of like real stuff, and then the rest is filled in with it.
You're just lucky we're still using actors and replace them.
Yeah. Elvis appears in this because they have his rights under contract.
Oh, which one?
His likeness. They have his likeness under contract.
It's like, which version of Elvis? I mean, a young fit
Fat
Elvis, or
Fat
yes,
Elvis. Tracksuit Fat Elvis.
tracksuit fat Elvis.
He's the janitor in scene 5.
I want Bubba Hotep Elvis.
And Mickey Mouse, just because they use Mickey Mouse and everything these days because they can to screw Disney.
Steamboat Mickey is the head of the rats that infest your hotel.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's Sebastian. Reports to Sebastian. If anything's happening with rats, you got to support Sebastian.
Did you argue for Sebastian making an appearance?
It's up to Sebastian.
He can't sign contracts legally.
That's why his agent does it for him.
No.
Sebastian's there just yanking on your ear.
What do you got? Sebastian can access the craft services. What more does he need?
Well, there's that. You guys hammered out. Tetra, you feel like you've hammered a good deal. You've hammered out the points. You got a little bit more money in the fact that if your place is up to date enough that they can use your internal network and your internal power, like you will get the money that they would have spent on that, which is almost another 500 just for that.
Okay.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it's not just scratch. I want to know about it because I put that in myself, so it damn well better
Yeah.
be with him.
So
And
contracts
we
are
have the-
signed. You got what you needed for your points. It all looks good. And again, there's nothing that really seems obfuscated here at all for those that rolled their business over 10. It looks pretty cut and dry with nothing in small print at all. Yeah, it looks like they're well funded, if nothing else. The two of you that have been offered roles, you'll be given a script on the day of filming, because they're trying to keep it all very tight. That is the last thing that's on there. Actually, is the,
Great. My lines are.
yes.
And
looking at a particular way into the camera. The last one is the confidentiality. So you can't talk about. I mean, you can't hide the fact that the filming is going to be going on because there's going to be trucks outside of your place. There's going to be a lot of film equipment out there. You can't divulge scripts, the name of the film, any of that. You're not going to be able to hide the fact that it's going to be one of their films because the name's going to be splattered over the trucks, just not the name of the film. So there we go. That's the last part of it is, yeah. No leaking of the film name or what the plots are.
Do we know which actors are working on this film?
No. No.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't say. It's always referred to as the talent.
You know
Those of you
one
that
actor.
side the writer at the bottom will be doing things for the talent. Anything they require, green M&Ms only, that sort of thing, you are to help acquire that in your neighborhood. All right. So it all seems like you guys come to a pretty good understanding. You do have some more of those lanyards around, so you can hand them out to anyone that you feel might deserve or need a role. But as you're leaving, they will take those lanyards from you, and then somebody will show up in the next day just to kind of scope the place out. Their engineer will come to your hotel just to check the electricals, check like the filming angles, anything that they want to do to the exterior, interior to get the right, kind of feel to the place. And they'll discuss any changes that they would like to make. All of it will be cosmetic. None of it will be permanent.
Unless we want it kept. I mean, if they're dressing it down, no, but if they actually end up making it look fancier or more appealing to us, then just leave it there, that's fine.
Okay. And those of you that have signed up for roles will be given a script on the same day as well that will be handed to you by their engineer.
Yeah. Going with this being a Hallmark movie, the plot is man.
Laszlo, did you want to audition for a part or anything at all?
Yeah, go on. Well, I mean, I will try.
Okay. So they do have a part for a young medic that's in the building that saves somebody's life. They were kind of hoping for somebody a little bit more dashing and charismatic. Okay, so
you're talking about, I've got a 4 in my wardrobe.
So wardrobe is good. You look on point, but can you act is the question. It's a speaking role. So do you have acting?
He's a rocker boy.
I mean,
Or
doesn't
performance?
necessarily
actually.
mean so. Performance, you say? Well,
Yeah.
Be amazed.
Okay. Why don't you give me a performance role?
give them give them the blue
press
steel.
button.
The blue
Did it not
steel.
go? There we go. Yeah, there we go. See, be amazed by my acting. A flat 0. I am as neutral as you can possibly be.
Wow.
Okay.
The
Well,
dice are not
yeah,
today.
so apart with speaking roles, maybe not so much, but you do look the part. So they're willing
What's
to
wrong with
hire
my
you,
voice? It is perfect voice. Yeah.
they're willing to hire you on as perhaps a bystander that helps the person. But yeah, no, they're willing to have you on as local flavor.
Consultant fees.
Oh, yes, that'll work.
You cut across, not down when doing a tracheotomy.
Ooh, agree to be like what's it where they just completely over W with a different person on top.
Yes, that is something.
He acts out the part, but they completely replace him.
Blonde girl?
Digitally.
Blonde girl?
with mocap, basically a mocap artist.
Is there any other questions that you have?
Probably.
Just the cross services arrive.
Early, the day the engineer sets up, because a lot of folks want to, even though the filming won't start until the next day, because it's going to take them, pre-production, but they're going to want to be on site to kind of get the feel of the place. Some of the actors will be there, so they will be setting up craft services that same day.
There's going to be like 1,500 PAs around the place.
Yep. Okay, well, if you have no other questions for them, you have your contracts in hand. They ask for the lanyards, and the ones that you still have, the extra ones, you can, for the next couple of days, they are going to be scouting talent. So they'll send the engineer out to check all the specs and everything tomorrow. And then another day for casting, and on that day they're going to set up craft services for the actors they already have to come in. So that'll be not a day of filming, but and they won't be in your building for that either. Okay, so that's not part of the 2 days. So the following day we'll be filming, and that's when it all starts.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah,
Just a straightforward adventure. Nothing whatsoever can go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there you go. They're filming a romance. Uptown, downtown romance.
Oh, they get Billy Joel to do the music.
Maybe I can tell them maybe with a little gunplay and a mid-act scene, we can change the title to Love and Bullets. I'm sure it would play well.
They've already shut the screen off.
Can't get the right to that comic, unfortunately.
Ah, yeah, that's true. That is one.
Mm-hmm. You and your piercing 50-year-old comics knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so
old is that guy?
if you didn't have any other questions, Miss Fox looks at the contract, smiles at you, Tetra, because you guys just made a fortune. And she kind of gives you the fist bump and says, "I'll be in contact." Yeah, and you're led outside where there is a line of folks waiting to come in for auditioning. The punks are still around. Occasionally, they're accosting a group of folks for trying to get badges here and there. They don't look like the only security you've seen so far are just the two guys on the inside. That's it.
I assume that they're competent at doing security.
I mean,
Are
they've
they?
been keeping everybody out, so
Yep.
yeah, they just don't care about anybody who is out. Which, is part of the course.
Come to think of it, there wasn't anything about security in that contract.
Yeah. Oh, that's not up to us. We don't care.
No, we can take care of that.
That's normal. Pinball is the security. They just contracted Pinball for real cheap.
But you're the talent this time as well. So, can you be in two places at once?
I'll be around the people that need protecting, probably.
Hmm. Okay. Well, that's good then.
Okay, so as you're leaving, who signed the rider? Like, who's going to be part of
I'll say I did, because otherwise I'm pretty much
Okay.
not involved in the adventure otherwise.
Yeah. So anybody that actually signed the rider that's going to be helping to collect things, you get something to come across your agents almost immediately. Introducing himself as Cliff. He is a dietitian to the staff.
Did Tetris sign the rider? I would assume so. But
Yeah, any of you
Yeah.
that did would get this information.
Yeah, I signed it.
Okay. Well, it's a phone call coming through.
all right.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. You answer it, and it's basically it's conference between you. Hey, yeah. So Lazar just told me you guys signed on. You know about the trouble we're having, right?
Assume we don't.
No.
Oh, he didn't specify. Oh, okay. Look, it shouldn't be anything big. Look, our leading lady, Mel Cottrell, has a very specific diet she's supposed to follow to maintain her good looks. She specifically won't eat anything that isn't real. This is a video call, so he does the organic food, no synthetic fertilizers, no artificial amendments to the soil. I've tried to tell her personal assistant that we're not sending a nomad AV to fly over to Lyon just to get her a cucumber and wedges of cashew cheese. But you know how it is. We can't be serving her kibble. It's got to be as organic as we possibly can do. Look, we got the cash for it. Can you guys round up that for the craft services?
That's not a problem. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Great to hear it.
But
Okay.
This isn't the problem.
We even know guaranteed not human meat.
Is human meat organic? I guess.
I mean,
probably not. We're probably all filled with all kinds of junk these days, right?
Depends on the human, right? It depends on the human. If they are HMO free or if they are, grown in the city.
Oh, okay. Give me just a second, guys. My
Just
dog
like any cow.
wanting out.
Did you sign the rider, Pinball? So you on the call?
No, because he signed as an actor.
Okay, then you're not on the call.
Well, I'm still here.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we do actually have good access to organic stuff because we just have that anyway. Let alone, I think we've got like 2 or 3 people in our building that do their own organic food.
Oh, well, so it's great to have you guys on board then. Yeah. So we'll need 2 days worth of whatever you can find organic. I mean, honestly, she's not picky as long as, there's nothing synthetic and it's all raised in actual soil. She's not vegan or anything. Or getting meats will be fine. I'm not sure about human. I'll have to ask. Is that a thing around here?
Can be.
Yeah. There is a specific list of demands, though. If you be able to find this, some vegetable juice cleanses, smoothies, maybe for dinner. Some berry yogurt parfaits. She usually has for breakfast. Grilled fish, steamed vegetables, perfectly fine. Some vegetarian faux charcuterie and cheeses would work fine too. I'll leave it to your discretion. That's just kind of like the menu that she's asked for in the past.
Okay.
And there's this note here. It's got to be organic or she'll know. That's from the last producer.
Okay. But I don't see that being a problem for us with what we know.
No.
Anyway, so.
They don't know the area. Yeah, you guys. Fresh food is actually a big thing in the area. Yeah.
There's nothing I can think of that's would be a problem for us to get at the moment.
Okay. Oh, well, look, we set out an account for you guys to produce some stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drop 400 EB in there right now. You should be getting an account information comes over. Yeah, here. This is just petty cash to just get started on that. And as you guys need more, just let us know. There's going to be a few other things. Craft services. We're going to have some trailers set up and such. We need to source out a few things. Tables. You guys know anybody in the restaurant business?
Do we?
Or one that we can maybe purchase for a few days to cook out of, or just that would do catering? Any good places around?
I'm sure we do.
Well, I'll let you guys think on it. Just shoot them my contact information that comes across, and we'll work it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure between the Alliance Atlanta and Tetra can sort out a lot of the stuff, but us personally, James, we don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as this is going on, everybody, those of you on the phone can roll too. But go ahead and give me I forget what it is in this. Is it
local knowledge?
In this? No, it's basically a seeing something.
Perception?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a danger, so 6th sense won't help on this.
I mean, there's a human perception.
Sense. No, it's actually just spotting something.
I spot something, possibly.
Oh yeah, Tetra does. So does Elena. So does Pinball. Marius?
I'm not on the call, right?
You're not on the call?
Well, I'm talent.
No. You said wrong anyway.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Oh,
this is just the thing we need.
Sorry.
Yeah. You failed your.
You've perceived you are not on the call, but
Aha! No, you all do it. So along with the group of just thugs that are just giving people a hard time, they're going about it more low key now. Nobody's beating any up, but they are like trying aggressively to buy badges off of people. In and out of the crowd, there are a few folks that you can tell are taking video, and they're trying to get a look behind the doors. You guys came out without your lanyards. Apparently, they saw you go in with lanyards, so you're being filmed as you're walking away. All of you did really well on that. So it's 3 people in the crowd, dressed very similarly, hats so that it's hard to see like what their faces look like, but they're they're filming, and they're taking a particular interest in you.
What area? What's immediately around us?
The docks. This is the marina.
Yeah.
So this is not just the marina. This is the area where like all the official goods that are brought in and sold out go in and out of Night City. So there is actually a fairly tight police force around, but nobody's made enough noise about anything back here for any of the police to come by.
And how much do we care?
Yeah, that is a question.
Well, it is endangering my future starring role, so I gestured to a security guard on the perimeter.
There is no security out here. So the police, if you want to go and get to grab a policeman off the dock, you can, but immediately around you, there's no security. The only security you saw were the 2 men on the inside of the building.
You gonna snitch to the cops?
Ain't no snitch. The cops, unless the cop is on my payroll, I'm not talking to them. And that's only to give orders. Or a bribe. That's the.
I'm thinking about, given that I never use my tech skills, but one of it's supposed to be sort of like immediate scene thing. Can I create like an EMP generator thing to just knock their cameras out?
You can roll for it.
What does it come under?
I would assume it would come under your talent for your class. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Because, do an electronics.
Electronic security tech.
That would make the most
18.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. So you do make some kind of that would disrupt like wireless signals and stuff like that. And what you notice is one of the guys does the thing where he's kind of smacking the equipment, but it looks like the other 2 guys are rolling analog. It doesn't look like it affected them at all.
Wow. Pinball, if you don't want them recording you, just go rough them up and take their footage from them.
So this is an evens odds sort of situation. Let's see. Evens or odds, guys?
What?
Do they have a D2? No? Alright. So
just do what you're gonna do if you're gonna do something, otherwise don't.
Evens he does, odds he doesn't. Odds he doesn't.
Okay, so you guys make it to the van.
He preens a little bit, adjusts his collar, kind of make sure it's snappy as he shoulders up his gun a bit and marches on.
Okay.
Make sure they get a good look.
So you guys pile into the van. One of the guys approaches, taking shots of the van. Again, he's rolling with analog film, it looks like. He actually comes up to the driver's side of the door, which will probably be Miss Rackham.
Yeah.
He puts on a big smile, kind of knocks on the door.
Roll the window down or open the door, whatever you need to do to.
Okay, yeah. It's like, hi, hey, I'm Marcus Barnholm. You might have heard about my tabloid. Your pen or your agent picks up a little thing that gets fired over. He's a journalist in Night City. What is your Night City lore like? Your street?
Give a roll.
Yeah, actually, anyone in the car. He's speaking loud enough for anyone to hear. Like, just if you happen to know who Marcus is, you might. Some of you might be into it. If you've got any specialty in pop culture, that would actually be a better roll.
Apparently, I've heard of him.
Apparently Elena is really big into the trashy tabloids, which is exactly who this guy is.
I continue my streak.
His
I've heard of you. You're really good. I like your stuff. Oh, that's great. Yeah.
his middle name is Malarkey, Marcus Malarkey Bornholm. He is for one of the trashiest tabloids that gets put out in Night City, but it is the most highly circulated one.
I give him my card.
Oh, hey, executive producer. Maybe you're the guy I need to talk to. So, man, I hear this is a big budget film that's going on. You care to give a little tidbit out to the press?
I would love to, but we can't right now. We don't want to spoil anything for our potential viewers. But just make sure you quote me, Marius, executive producer. It's all on the card.
All right,
that's the only thing on the card. But
yeah, this looks like one of them. Like you ran this off at one of the convenience stores. All right.
Well, there's Staples, but I mean, it still counts.
You said I do know him, and he is quite good. How trustworthy is he? As he sort of does tend to be.
Oh no, he is complete rubbish. Like complete rubbish. But he's entertaining is the thing.
Right. I'm just thinking, sort of looking at the overs. You could do with an inside documentarian, you think?
Wait, what was that? You guys, they're doing a documentary? Hey, are they doing like a what? A documentary on the fall of Night City? Is that it? And like the urban resurrection of the area? It's kind of boring.
Oh, that's why they got to talk to us. That's why they're trying to get the people of the area, get the flavor of the area. It's not that exciting, but.
All right. Because you all rolled well on your perception, I'm not going to make you roll again. Like as he's talking, the camera is just kind of pointing around. You're click, 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 click. He's taking pictures of the inside of the car as he's talking, just casually. Click, 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 click.
I would like to casually take his camera.
Ooh, you're not in the front or side seat. That's going to be a little difficult if you want to try and do it quickly and aggressively.
I was going to do something similar, but a bit different.
Okay, well, Pinball said it first, so let's have Pinball try it first.
I mean,
I'm going to let you do a surprise because he's not really expecting anything like this, and we're going to do it as an attack. Make it like a physical attack on him is how we're going to do this.
Ooh, what would you like that as then?
Just a brawl.
Sure. I mean, I think brawling is for disarming as well. So
yeah, straight up.
Precedent.
That works.
Now, I am going to give you a little modifier here, which won't make any difference to that 21. He will get to try. Well, no, he's not. He can't. I'm not going to let him try and reflex that out because he's taken by surprise. You grab his camera.
I just basically put my hand on it and then pull it to me and put it in my lap.
You do that. He takes a step back and he pulls out another camera. Click, 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 click.
Well, if he's a step back, he's not seeing the inside anymore.
No, but he's still getting really good pictures of Miss Rackham and whoever is in the shotgun. Oh, hey, well, you guys have my contact information. If you got anything better than a documentary film, something more entertaining, something new blockbuster out, I hear the sisters are going to do. Is it going to be another Blood and Bullets? What are they up to now anyway? 20? What would this be? 22?
I don't keep track of that sort of stuff. That's not my scene.
Yeah. But those things go over really well. Like, if that's going to be one of those, hey, I can get you guys top fold credit in the next issue. If you want to talk, let me know. Marcus Barnholm, you got my contact information. I'd be glad to talk to you guys. Click. See you later.
I get all my information from Laszlo's Lacerations. It's much better. Although I do appreciate it. I do like your stuff as well.
Yeah, up and comer, huh? Never heard of you before. Thanks, though.
I think it's going to be Leslie's killing spree soon.
That will definitely go better. Yeah, that will go better. All right, so you've got a smarmy tabloid dude following you around now. Got your plates. Got some of your pictures. You figure these probably between the three of them. Pictures. Yeah.
Oh wait, you're not talking about me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but you do have his camera.
Well, one of them.
One of them. Yep. It honestly, Pinball, It looks like something that you could just buy in a convenience store. It's like completely disposable, which goes hand in hand with how their tabloids look. The pictures are always grainy. They're always off focus.
Just pushing that cyberpunk aesthetic. Somehow it's the future, but worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we get to see what is in these grainy, awful pictures that we might not have seen otherwise.
Yeah. Anybody know
generally-
how to develop film? Because it is
Lena,
actually no. I'm going to take that back. It's not. It couldn't be at this point because even now the
You
film is
wouldn't
hard to
get
get. So it is self-contained, like digital. So like a small imp in a radius wouldn't have affected it. So yeah, it's got storage in it.
Mm-hmm. And they do sell disposable digital cameras. Last I checked.
They do. So it would not be a big deal to just hook that up to something and pull the photos off.
All right.
Okay, so what do we got? We got a little bit. We got a little bit of time here, so let's just have ideas of what you guys, if there's anything that you want to do before the next session, which is going to be the inspection, where the engineer comes out just to make sure your building's network and electrical are up to spec.
You
guys have-
I would
The only
get my
thing-
family to be around and provide security on the building.
Yeah, that is something to ask because there was nothing about security at all in the contract. So
That's why I want to get my family involved. They're a biker gang. They know what to do about things.
yeah, and you are
the
in
only-
procurement, so
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Also, if we get gophers, who else? You need nomads to go for things. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So checking on security and maybe getting your family involved. Steven, what were you thinking?
the only thing is pull these pictures to see what, if anything of interest pops out of them.
Okay. I will give you that ahead of time. Let's say that Pinball just decides to do that himself. There's no security. There's nothing special about it. You just plug it in, and you can even do it onto your phone, actually. Just get it all transferred over to your phone. There's a lot of crowd shots. And there is something that... actually, no, I'm going to have Pinball roll for it. You have a perception that allows you to figure out tactical things, I believe.
Yeah. That
roll-
would come under combat sense.
Roll that for me, please.
Okay, so that would be perception plus 5. Perception.
Oh, that's
26.
good. Yeah.
As I go through these photos with
Yeah.
a fine-tooth comb, looking for threats, I guess.
What you actually see as you're going through picture by picture, and you don't think the photographer intended this. You're just noticing it by the movement of the crowds through all the pictures. The hoodlums that were there, the toughs that were there, that did, a few of them seemed to be connected to each other, but they weren't actually wearing the same colors. There were no jackets. There were nothing to identify them as particular gang. They were all together. They were one unit. Like you get pictures of like one group looking across to another one, making some signs. You don't know what the signs mean unless you have gang knowledge.
I have local knowledge.
Local knowledge will do. You can roll that. You need a fairly
Uh,
high score on that, though.
Fairly high.
Throw your luck into it. We're at the end of the day.
Hmm? We
Might
are.
as well. So double check my luck. Luck is 6, so this plus 6. Throw all my luck in it. Night City 20.
Okay, not bad. You do recognize a few of the folks. At first, you didn't because normally they are wearing colors, right? This is a booster gang that does work not in your area but adjacent to. So, like you don't really have gangs in your neighborhood, right? You've got gangs that are actually helpful to your neighborhood that keep other gangs out, but close to your neighborhood. It's a booster gang. You don't know what the name of the gang is because they're fairly
New.
No, it's not that they're new, that they're really good at what they do, so they don't really cause a lot of attention
They
being
don't
drawn
make
to their name.
headlines.
Right. So Cliff is their boss. You know that, just a guy named Cliff. They might have even contracted you out occasionally to do something, to be honest. Just Cliff's crew is how you kind of always just kind of known them. You don't know what their colors stand for or what the gang's name is. Just it's been Cliff's crew.
They haven't been big enough for me to care.
Or they haven't gotten in your business enough for you to care.
Exactly. In Opinion Ball's esteemed opinion, they're not big enough to care about, even though they may be in some other neighborhood a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I compile a little information dossier? I mean, I can print out these pictures, circle the guys in particular, but get another picture of maybe a local gang guy group photo type deal. If they have something, on their web page, here's our gang and everything you need to know.
You are going to have to pair up with Marius or someone else that has computer skills to do that, because that information is not in the photos itself.
Marius, I need some executive producing.
Yeah, you'll have to get someone to help you pull that information out. So that can be done. Laszlo, you doing anything special?
Not really. I mean, I'm preparing for my non-speaking role, really.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't really. I can't think of anything that needs to be done.
Okay. Tetra, you assuming everything goes well and the movie gets produced, which was part of the contract, you'll get a lot of money, 15% off of what they're paying for this production to happen at this hotel. It's going to be quite nice. Is there anything else you want to look into or do, or that you were thinking of?
Other than the food thing, no.
The suit thing? Sorry.
The food, like the catering, for that.
You want to look into the catering. Okay.
The actress, who wants the organic.
Do you have any contacts in Night City with any kind of business folk specifically that would do food?
Yeah, that's what I was going to look. I don't know. Like, is there a role for that to see if I have any?
Well, there's always your professional role.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to roll that just to see if you've got some contacts.
Okay. Is that the one that says... I forgot, it's a weird word. Oh, yeah, the haggle one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you know someone that knows a group called the Dirty Hippies. It sounds like a gang, but they really are a group of urban reclaimers who help clean up the blighted zones, and they do a lot of eco-friendly planting and do a lot of organic foods. It seems right up the alley of what this person was looking for.
Oh, awesome. Ooh. Okay.
All right. So you don't know the person directly, but you know a guy who knows someone.
That's the guy.
All right. So you can leverage that as a contact to get in touch with these people. Marius, anything you want to do?
I'm just making sure to network with everyone here and give them my card. You never know when
some executive producing needs to be done.
Exactly. I'm producer. I'm a producer, everyone. Executive style. Yeah.
Produces a lot of malarkey. Just like the tabloid guy. Okay, so we'll pick up the next time.
A card too.
We'll pick up the next time with engineer coming by to check out your place and you guys being delivered the scripts. Also, that'll give me a chance to go back to the last episode that we all played in to figure out what the loose ends were for the last night market, because there were a couple of loose ends in there.
I don't remember there being any, I'm sure.
So, guys, about the night market, now that this is out of the way.
No, I'm preparing. You cannot talk now.
All right. Well, there is something I want to plug. So I've got another Kickstarter that I am part of and doing stuff in. It is an audio drama of the John Carter of Mars, the first book, Princess of Mars. This is the Kickstarter down at the bottom now. It's doing really well. It's funded. It has a bunch of stretch goals though, but the thing that I am involved is we're doing a very small RPG that's going to go along with it to allow you to use, basic D20 mechanics, B5E or your favorite OSR game to run games in Barsoom. There'll be a small module in the front and a toolkit in the back with weaponry, critters, and some of the main characters. So it looks like a lot of fun. The people that put together the audio dramas, their past audio dramas have been top notch. They're really good production. But check that out if you're into such a thing. And I guess, Jameis, tell us about your blog.
Yeah, I got a blog. So I put things so I don't have to remember them anymore. Yay! So come see what I've forgotten by looking at my blog.
Blog as memory. I like it. I like it. Because, it'll always be there and never change. Richard, what do you got?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and I play video games badly. Just as badly as I play the RPGs you watch here. But you can watch me playing bad video games. Or, no, video games badly. The video games are good. Don't take it out on them. It's just me. At LMTDTMFFR, or on Twitch at that thing. Or say it with me now, he said, messing up the exit entirely.
Limited time
offer.
offer. No vowels.
No vowels.
No vowels.
Exactly.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. We are a cohesive unit. Yes.
I need to start up a rival stream. Limited time offer with valves.
You can have as many valves as you want.
Yeah. Anything else you want to throw out there, Stephen, while you got the mic?
I would like to promote your local doctor because some of us have been deathly ill this past month.
All the drugs. Yes.
Take care of yourself, folks.
Yes, please do. Kim, you got anything?
No, not right now.
Okay. Well, we'll say goodnight, everybody. Have a good one. See you the next time.
Good night, everybody.
Sayonara,
Good night.
people.